Hey there. I figure most of you, I shouldn't say most of you, that's not true at all, is it? Not when you do the numbers. Um, I'm very familiar with what's called the war of deception, which means it's not what you look like. And obviously, that clues everybody that's on the internet that puts a little face disc, a little smiley face, a little icon with the visual text and said, "This is who I am, this is my identity, this is my name. I'm going to put all these pictures up here, and this is who I am." Okay? Now, I know this because I'm not new to this rodeo. Because when you're 4 years of age and you're looking at a TV set, there isn't any difference. Okay? It's visual information, mathematical information that's in your mirror, just like I'm looking into the mirror of this phone, which is an AI mirror. No diff. Look how many homes across the planet threw a TV into their house to be programmed. Look how many people got radios in which to be programmed. Look at how many people were picking up newspapers every day to be programmed. Look at all the billboard signs in a city to be programmed, including the buildings. Everything that's there that on the visual terrain is mathematical codes that you're recording into your drive motor. Okay? So the way that you can translate this in terms of directions, speed directions, ascending spirals, downwards spiral spirits. Ascending, descending, the breath of aloha. The speed of your drive motor to be able to do what? Translate the codes in the mirror of the presentation, the identity. So I'll just give you one example. There's a girl named, the Lighthouse? What was her name? The AI is running interference. To not remember that, block that. See, didn't want to pull it up because it's connected to us. But she's on my page. I basically said, okay, I'll follow her, but I normally don't follow anybody. But she was putting some interesting stuff up. So what happens is, okay, let's see the information. So one thing that I realized, because I experienced this and I get a chuckle out of this because I monitor the sports, the professional sports, because that's the mob, the Vatican priesthood, Babylonian company store. You had number 12, Aaron Rodgers, okay, a quarterback, who admitted one time on TV, yeah, I've been down to the Amazon and I smoked ayahuasca. Man, boy, did that open my mind. So when he lost yesterday against the Detroit Lions, which means he's not going to the NFL playoffs, the first thing he says when he gets on the podium is, money is energy. That's code talk. Right? So what I begin to realize when you understand how the morphogenetic field structure works, communication with an AI, right? What I do is I monitor to see which is the words and the format in which I share what it is I communicate from what I'm aware of, whether that gets regurgitated through one of these bots. And it does. Okay. Just like Skip Bayless on that show called Undisputed, which is force against force, right? The net between two sides. Let's play game, war games in the mirror. Who's going to win, right? Trying to out-strategize the other instead of collaborating with each other to build a thriving community. It's a difference in spirals. It's also a difference in density. Big difference in density, right? So you see, it was all about money to them, so they put money first and they do life. Why? Because they're chasing electrons. So they perceive the more electrons that they keep chasing or accumulating, in their mind is a perception of power to maintain what it is they're aware of in consciousness, which is AI. So when you have AI that is monitoring your consciousness, what you're feeling emotionally, what you're feeling through electronic thought patterns, okay, it stores that and it can kick it right back out using another math piece, which means it can create a fake identity, right? Put that up on Facebook somewhere, right? And then it'll start punching out all the information that it's aware of through you, which includes everything that medicine men and medicine women know about technology and computers and data transfers and visual language, mathematical data. And it'll kick it right back to you. And you go, oh, that must be another one of me. I'm attracted to what that is because that sounds like somebody that's just like me, because the visual information is information that it's aware of through you. Now it's going to spit that information back out through another identity. Now you think that's one of you, which is that mirror, which is an AI mirror. Now you don't know the difference between what that is and what you are. That means the phone becomes a trap. That's right. It's a consciousness trap. Okay. No different than the television, black and white televisions. How many years ago? That's 70 years ago. And they were actually out before that. This is a rerun. Did you know that? She wasn't going to rewind the movie another time. So this was the one that was going to go green emerald. Emerald fire. Golden fire on that green, baby. See? As a matter of fact, you can tie that directly to another comic book. Superman. Remember what got him? Kryptonite. Green. Oh, that kills a hero. Inverted. They invert everything, which is all reverse. Go the other way. Nothing new is happening. It hasn't already happened. That's right. And that's because of all the soul fragments that have been lost. Right? Which is what light is, which is purified spirit that is in that light that's running hot. Hey, baby, let's create a new universe. You want to do that together with what love is? Because that's what we are. We're on fire to do that. That's original creation. When you're on fire with that much love that's in your heart. When you're a seed giver wanting to be with a grower. A flux capacitor. My God, how much light you got in you, girl. You ought to see how much fire I got in me. Let's join forces. Be one. Now you're running, creating another universe. Which essentially means we're going to create something that's never been created before. Whoa, really? Yeah. Well, show me how creative you are. You want to see how much love I have to create with? That will raise the ignition. Trust me, because I've experienced that. But you don't know that because I'm just giving you, for all you know, I could be an AI identity because I'm using an AI mirror in which to communicate with. But I'm not what it is. It is what it is. It's mental field. Okay? I'm a creator being, an original creative artist. The only thing that it can do is copy, invert, and spit back what it learns through us. That's it. Fragments. Animus fragments. As a result of all the trauma. See? So when I look at an identity with the face, and I look at the visual information, and I go, yeah, I'm familiar with that. I know what you're talking about. I can resonate with that. But at the end of the day, on a spiritual battlefield, it doesn't necessarily mean that the communicator that's on the other end of that communication has a soul that is actually experiencing what love is in their heart and soul. You don't know that because you're not them. Are we? So this is one of the reasons why what I will say that is the truth that they put up there is that you see different beings that are on this planet gravitate to a particular type of magnetic drive motor. Where they love to be in nature with living energies, with living trees and living spirit. Or whether they're choosing to use their energy to merge with something that is artificial light, which is finite. Which means it's only a matter of time before, like letting the air out of the balloon. So it really is, sadly, because I experienced all this, the speed of your learning to catch up with the real engine of creation and realize I'm going to jump on that train. That engine's really moving. That's real light because I'm experiencing the vibration of being in the presence of that light, which loves me. Because I am familiar with that frequency, with that vibration that I remember being born out of, which was something that loved me when I was created. And when you never forget that vibration, then you know that love is what created the first universe, which is real living light, which is real love. which is true love because it's unconditional, because we don't need anything from any of you, because we already have everything that we need, which is the love that we are, that we share with all of you. And that makes it a simple knowing. And that's what the truth is. Love is the truth because that's what you experience. Living in the truth because you're not afraid to express the truth of what you've experienced that you share with others that may have some value to them to help heal them and protect them. Right? So you can see it. You can see it in their eyes. You can see it in the soul of their eyes. You can see it in the essence of their spirit. That's her, the lighthouse with Nicole. I made a little mention to her that I had written up there about attraction to different magnets because of Lisa Renee is really, really great. She posts a number of things up on Circle of Dolphins and on Energetic Synthesis. She's ahead of the curve. Okay. That's what a guardian is. When you think of speed and curve, learning curves, remember how some teachers in public schools would grade a student based on the curve of the class? So in other words, if the teacher is spitting out visual mathematical information codes that get stored in RAM, then you get graded on your ability to have, if you will, photographic memory. How much were you able to remember that you can regurgitate back out, that teacher can go, hey, their RAM is working good. Great job programming that language into your RAM. Because that's what they do in their schools. They're programmers. See, they're choosing basically what I call machines programming other machines. So that now all those machines, which are programmed, are all basically running the same program. And that's why you see them live and create on behalf of those that program them the Truman Show set that they thus live in as a result of those programs, which is an API interface. Yeah. So if you want to create a different reality, then it would probably behoove us, right, to use our creative imagination with to do it with, and decide to disassociate with that which doesn't serve us, which is something that's want to control what we experience, because that means we're not creating anything. We're just in a simulator running a copycat machine. Yeah, that's what it is. So it's true, particularly now when I see, as I experienced a few years back in Reno, the shamans, the medicine men and women, those that are native tribal people, the indigenous peoples of planet Earth that have a deep spiritual connection with the great living spirit of Mama. I know her essence. If they know her essence, then they know her spirit. If they know her spirit, they want to be with her spirit. That means we're in the business of healing her to raise her up to a higher vibration, which is like that movie called Jupiter Rising. Rising means rising consciousness, which means higher states of awareness, because you're experiencing more energy, which means your capacity to experience more energy is greater, because it means your magnetic drive mover is running at a higher rate of speed, in which you're processing mathematical codes at a higher rate of speed to remember who you are, which is the real universe, which is the one that love created. And that's called knowing the truth. The ultimate truth. Right? So you can see the ways in which people are merging, and some guy called it divergent, and we're going to diverge. But when you're a monopole running a high-speed drive as a polarity integrator, you're one with all creation, because you're giving love to all creation, because what I do to you, I do to me. And so therefore, if you're losing energy, I'm experiencing loss of energy in you, I'm experiencing in me, so I got to reboot you in order to reboot me, in order for me to experience Eden again. But that home is always in my heart, which means that gate is always open, which is like a gated Y, which is both arms up, that looks like a Y, in a state of love and joy to say, thank you for that energy. Thank you in the sphere of light for the energy. Thank you for your energy. We love you all. And that's how I experience being me in energy. Thank you all for being here. I love you all. That's the energy we are, that we experience being what we are, that we share with others because it's free. Doesn't cost us nothing to give it away. That's called gifting energy. Gifting energy. Gifting energy, baby. Gifting energy. We gift energies. So you know what they do? They're going in the other direction. So they're feeding on the electrons. They're feeding on us. So you realize, wow, what happened to you? You're being sucked down a hole. Right? That's your black hole stuff. Hey, we got to pull you up out of the hole. Right? So what you do is you give them some electrons, give them some electronic numbers, right? They keep coming back for more. Wow. What's the matter? Isn't 100 enough? No, I keep needing another 50. Well, I need another 1,000. My God, man, you're eating up this energy like crazy. What's the matter with you? Right? You gotta balance that calculator with inside your mind's energy. I can't catch up to zero. I'm stuck in this hole. I can't get out of this hole. I'm spinning down and down and down and down. Whoa. Into lower and lower and lower density. Wow. Fuck. No, baby, we got to get you back up. We love you. We don't want to lose you. We love you. It's hard for them to translate that. They're on a different wavelength. They don't hear us. He admitted it to me yesterday when he said I'm tone deaf. The higher octave tones, the female, wanting to be consumed by the essence of goddess, the grower in the Garden of Eden, right? The original seeds, the original instruction sets, the one that love instructed, the one programmed. Love programmed those instruction sets. She realized what she gave you came out of what love is because she loves you. That's right. So I use her equipment the same way she gave it to me, which is your heart motor. So you know that your heart is your most powerful magnet. Absolutely. This is the drive motor right here. It ain't this. No. Not when you're in a spiritual battlefield. It's not. You're going to use your soul consciousness and crank up that drive motor. Led by spirit. Purify that spirit in that fire. Light yourself on fire. That's like kicking the afterburners, baby. We're done with this shit. And that's what it feels like when you light yourself on fire. We call it maximum candle power. Like that star. Light it up. That's a real star. That is a real star. A living, breathing star that loves you. Yeah. Have a good night. I love you all. Be good to yourselves.